Hello and welcome back to History Behind the Games. For those who have been watching me for a while, first of all, thank you. I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers, and so thank you for all that. Please share my videos with friends and other lovers of history and gaming. Subbing and liking is free, you can't beat that. And second, you know that every once in a while, I'll talk about games that I'm looking forward to. One such game is Far Cry 6. I know it's not really historical, but I like the series overall and have been playing the games for a while. They're fun, crazy, and some of them can give you a real gripping, deep story experience. And others may not. But FC6 is on my radar, so I want to talk a little bit about that game again, and a giveaway sweepstakes, so let's get into it. As we know, the game is delayed, and will be coming out later this year. Happy New Year, by the way. The new release date is rumored to be in May, but there is no official date at the moment. But after the recent cyberpunk disaster, let's hope that extra time isn't squandered. I mean, everyone was pulling their game out of the way, and they didn't have to, apparently. Welcome to the club, dude. The story of the game, according to a recent GameSpot article, is that it looks like it might be set in some alternative timeline due to the fact that Far Cry 5 and New Dawn took the loosely interconnected series in a post-apocalyptic direction. Either that, or maybe it'll be in the same timeline, but set before the events of Far Cry 5. If it is happening in the same universe, perhaps it may shed some light about situations happening in other parts of the world that may have led to that Far Cry 5 ending. That would be something a little different for the series, with a direct connection to another game, but in a different place. But obviously this is just me speculating. But as far as described by various gaming journals, it is set in modern times. There is a mix of old and new tech in the island of Yara, due to fluctuating economic sanctions over the years. Early testing, GameSpot mentions, is giving us the impression that it's going to be the standard Far Cry affair in terms of plot progress. You start out with nothing but a club or something, with a healthy amount of fear, hoping enemies don't gank you, and by the end of the game you have an LMG in one arm and an RPG in another, blowing everything up while giggling. Also of note is that we'll move from the more rural and jungle environments to the more urban places as we get closer to our target, Moff Gideon Anton Castillo. The urban area in the game, the city of Esperanza, is said to be accessible towards the latter half. Developers are saying that they are working on making the city more interactive than just a place where you have a mission or two and pick up some weapons and ammo. This would be nice, but they haven't mentioned exactly what they would be adding to it to fill it out, which is not the greatest of signs either. File size is said to be around 50 gigs, which is actually pretty low considering the massive ramp up of file sizes in games within the last 2 years, especially for ones that are going to be straddling that line between old and new generation consoles. I'm sure it'll be larger by the time the game actually comes out though. Multiplayer will of course be present for the game, as it was in the previous installment. We won't be able to do main missions together, which I think is a missed opportunity as the game is trying to add firsts to the series in several ways, as previously discussed. But we will be able to do side missions together, which is something, and if there are outposts, I'm sure we'll be able to do those as well. And I didn't see anything about an arcade mode or map editors like the previous installments had, but I think they would be crazy not to add it this time around. They were extremely popular and should still be in there. Being a Ubisoft game, there will be plenty of additions from standard to collectors. The Season Pass and DLCs will be included in the pricier models, but we don't know yet what those will entail. But the collectors will of course have maps, stickers, and a model flamethrower for the little Hans and all of us. And there isn't much else. Ubisoft is trying to keep quiet about this game for right now, because, well, they don't even have a release date yet. They're still working on it. Silence can be a good sign, or a bad one in the world of gaming. So make of it what you will. Lastly, I'll mention that I'll be holding a giveaway for the game in the future, but I'm going to wait until there's an official release date, so more info on that coming soon, hopefully. But in the meantime, I'll also be giving away prizes on my channel as kind of a lead up to it. So for now, every 2 months, I'm planning to give out something. So let's just see where it goes. First up is a gaming gift card to a lucky winner. The winner will get to choose if they want it for Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam, and it will be in the amount of $30. It's nothing huge or extravagant, but hey, you have to start small with these things. And a free gift card is a free gift card. You need not to be subscribed to participate in the giveaway sweepstakes, but I would appreciate it very much if you do. I'm using Gleam to help me out with this, which does a random selecting of the winners, so everything is fair and easy. So go ahead and check the details down below in the info section. Thank you, and good luck. I'll end the video with some interesting things I found with Agent Willis in Far Cry 5. Most people have recorded 1 or 2 sentences of him talking about the previous protagonists, Jason and Ajay, before he runs off, never to be seen again. But I actually got in the car with him as he tried to leave, and talked to him for about 15 minutes. Aside from mentioning the previous protagonists, he also mentions a few things that can relate to President Trump, I guess, and that's to be expected for the time the game came out and the controversy surrounding it. But then he drops some info on Cuba, which also could double as hints about Far Cry 6, since the main inspiration for designing Yara was Cuba. It's not definite hints or anything like that, so make your own decisions on it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share the video, and check out my Patreon page if you are considering supporting the channel even more. And a big thank you to all my subscribers and those of you here for the first time. I'm Eric, the LonePineWolfman, and remember gamers, never stop learning.
I'm sorry, you're basically on your own with Eden's Gate. I asked the big man if I could do more, but he wants me to take care of this thing in Cuba next. Don't quote me on it, but before you and I kick the bucket, that country's going to be a U.S. state. I know this cult business is really bad, but on the list of top 10 problems in the world at this moment, it's number 17. Sweden, Des Moines, Cuba, Montreal, and get this, Mars. They're all in shambles. How's this one for you? The big man's current wife is an operative who has been honeypotting him for a long game tactic on behalf of another country. And what if he's actually a CIA operative who's been doing everything to make the other country believe he's in their pocket when he's actually playing them? The man's no idiot. He builds skyscrapers. You wrap up this conflict and you're gonna make the man in charge a very, very, very happy man. Who knows? You might even get an invite to play golf with him. I've done it twice. It's got the best 18 holes in Florida. The question I get whenever I work with local law enforcement is, how did you get into the CIA? The answer's simple. It's in my blood. I'm a descendant of Abraham Woodhull, aka Samuel Culper. Don't know who that is? Of course you don't. American history textbooks are made in Texas, so they love omitting heroes from Long Island. My relative was George Washington's best spy and helped him win the War of Independence.
Run! Fire!
Watch it! Fire's been killing people since the primal days!